elevate you guys too? I mean, what he did last year before he got hurt. I mean, to finish 7th in the Heisman voting, and then he got hurt essentially. I mean, how can that elevate you even more, maybe from an offensive standpoint?
For the offense, I think, a good way for them to look at it is, we have 2 potential Heisman candidates in that, offensive backfield with Blake coming back. I'd say even 3. Donovan Edwards, please don't sleep on him. But Donovan, Blake, and JJ, those are 3 guys that can potentially win a Heisman, in my opinion. If that doesn't drive them enough, then I don't know what will drive them. But I feel like our offense is going to do a great job this year.
What's the difference for you guys having a 2-headed monster like that, Blake Donovan back?
It's like, who do you prepare for? Do we prepare for Blake? Do we prepare for Donovan? Do we prepare for the pass game? I just feel like it gives so many options with, having, people like that in our backfield. And then we have a great receiver room. We have the old lines coming back. I feel like our offense is going to be a machine this year.
And what are your impressions of JJ and maybe lead he's taken heading into this year?
I know one thing JJ's been working on daily is his leadership skills. Just trying to continue pushing guys in the right direction. So I think, somebody like me can help him do that. Just continuing being around him and, leading him in the right direction, of course.
Mike, you've got to know the staff pretty well. If Coach Harbaugh isn't there for those games, how do you think they'll handle the game day itself?
Currently at the moment, I'm not sure. But one thing I know is we're very proactive, not reactive. So when that time comes, everything should be figured out.
Just every team deals with some type of distraction. How does Michigan, just whether it's this or something else, handle the potential for that? How do you guys try to stay focused?
By staying focused. I think, getting too caught up in the what ifs and, all the outside noises when, teams get led in the wrong direction. Just blocking all that noise and, again, just understanding that at the end of the day, all we have is who's inside of Schembecker Hall.
Is that easier with an experience?
How just a good teammate Kate is. Are there any memories that stick out in your mind or things that just speak to how good of a teammate he is?
I would say, during workouts, Kay is a super hard competitor. But during workouts, we have different challenges. Kay's in there trying to beat everybody, and let's say he loses, he's mad at himself. He's, oh man, but within the next second, he's back cheering a teammate on. One thing Kay did for me, he taught me how to play golf. And he's trash talking me. I have no clue how to play golf, but he's teaching me while trash talking me. So I'm all right. I'm gonna get good one day, and then we could really do this for real. But just a guy who's always willing to help, a guy who's always willing to cheer the next man on, no matter what.
Mike, how have you seen Marion Walker progress, and what are your first impressions of Josh Wallace?
You said?
Have you seen Marion Walker progress, and what are your first impressions of Josh Wallace?
So AWOC, he's been doing a great job. He's daily, trying to meet with Coach Klink to learn the playbook. He's always around Will Johnson, trying to work on technique. So I know for a fact he's a guy that wants to get better. Josh Wallace, I think he's a guy who's going to come in and, immediately impact the room in the sense of getting other guys to compete, getting other guys to work hard, and just, giving that extra push, because no one wants a guy to come in and take their spot, but coming in, you want to take somebody's spot. So it's going to just increase the level of competitiveness in the room. But, I think there's, a good amount of guys right now that can play in that, that second cornerback spot. So, I can't wait to watch the battle, be a part of the battle during camp, come next week.
Where does Jaden fit in? I know he's been hurt the past couple years a little bit, so fans haven't seen him, but what does he bring to that room?
McBurrows?
Yeah.
He's another one. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
But McBurrows, he's another one, He easily could play nickel. He could play corner. He just, he's working hard every day. He's looking good in the weight room. He just has to continue, doing the necessary things, the small things. And I think, McBurrows can easily be a guy starting in, you know, the corner spot.
Mike, I apologize if you don't answer this question, but with the possibility of Coach Harbaugh not being able to support games, can you talk to me about the impact that might have?
Right now, you know, we're not really worried about it. You know, Coach hasn't brought it up to us. But, you know, at the end of the day, all we can do is just focus on, you know, camp coming next Tuesday. You know, we can't worry about right now if Coach is going to be there. Coach wouldn't want us to worry about if he's going to be there. I know he's going to, you know, come August 2nd, day one of camp. Coach Harbaugh is going to be there, making sure that we're getting prepared, making sure that practice is the best practice we have of camp so far. And then the next practice will be the next best practice. And just, you know, continue worrying about the 24 hours of that day.
He's such a force, though, on the sideline, like during a game. And if he's not there during the game, how do you think that will impact y'all or whatever?
We know he'll be there in spirit. Like I said, it is what it is. If you know, at the end of the day, he's going to want us to go out there and play how he'd expect us to play.
Mikey, a lot of you guys on the inside, or your teammates have been talking about Keyshawn Harris. Is that a guy you think on the outside we're going to hear a lot about this year?
Another one. Like I said, there's so many. I could go on and on about the cornerback room of who could play. Shout out to all of our DBs. It's a group of talented guys. But, you know, to touch up on Keyshawn Harris, super athletic, super fast, super strong. Not the tallest guy, but, you know, he'll play like he's 6'2", 6'3". Great cover guy. His man skills this offseason have grown, but that goes back to, you know, him properly preparing himself, you know, worrying about the small details, making sure that he's doing the little things right daily. And, you know, the more he prepares himself, the more it'll help translate to, you know, on field. So, like I said, I could go on and on about every guy in the room of who could potentially be our next corner. I can't wait to see the battle in camp.
You're in that mix. Did you request that, or did they ask you, you know what, we need you to come over and be in the corner rotation too?
Oh, I was going to do it regardless because I'm a competitor. I like to make guys around me compete. I like the guys around me to make me compete. So whether or not they wanted me to, I was gonna nudge them like I nudged them to play defense.
You talked a little bit about blocking out the distractions. You know, who cares? Just focus. How much easier is that when you have an experienced team? You know, with a lot of veteran fourth, fifth year guys.
Just being able to, you know, have the young guys come in and notice that day one that, you know, no distractions matter. And, you know, when Coach Harbaugh gives the players more of a voice, we're able to block out distractions. And when it's not coming from Coach, I feel like it means just a little bit more to players when it's coming from a senior or, you know, a leader, whatever it is. And just getting guys to understand what the culture is day one.
You are not on the same side of the ball with him anymore. Blake Corum made a similar decision to you to come back, I guess. I just wonder, I want to talk about Blake specifically. Last year, I guess you guys proved that the offense can continue with him, without him, but with great success. But when someone like that makes the decision to come back, I guess, what does that mean? And can you speak to, not just come back, but go through a rehab and come back before going to a running back market that's depleted, right? All the levels of the decision, they came back. I guess, what message does that send?
It sends the message of a guy who cares about his teammates, a guy who is truly bought into a program, and just wants to, you know, give everything back to the program that he can possible. And like, you know, Blake, he's gonna come in and work hard every single day and do everything he can to make sure that he's the best version of himself to help the team. He's a leader on this team. He has a voice on this team, and, you know, guys lean on Blake. Guys try to, you know, model what Blake does. And, you know, he's a big impact in that running back room. I know, you know, they all look up to Blake. So, you know, having him back is great for us, and we can't wait to use it to our advantage.
How did you find out he was going back? Did he text you? Did coaches hear the grapevine? Or?
He never told me, like, straight up he was coming back, but he told me there was, you know, he may or may not come back. But, you know, just like the rest of the world, I was watching that episode that day, waiting to see if he was or not. So, and we all got the good news he was.
Thanks, everyone.